after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has come.
Adol! You're all right!
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order. That's right. That makes this the first time we've met, right, Adol?
You tell them that Crimson King still lives in you, and to treat you as they always have.
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least I've got something to show for leaving home.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with. Thank goodness. Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first. It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
About time you told us who he is, and how you two know each other.
That man... No. The alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
Anemona.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room. If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about? He's just a kid now.
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ritai was blessed by Luki.
Geil!
But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the twilight of the gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Glia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened. After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved. He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears was...
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason. Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glian royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glian royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes. The volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Glia.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes. If the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created. Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research. Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is. I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages then? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Baldu.
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from? Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bratai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. Our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls as well.
I do remember him saying that.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated, using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic. Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
That's pretty shocking.
Yes. I had the same reaction when I first remembered it, but he had a reason for it.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Right? Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question, but Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
Oh shit! There's no mistaking it.
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, but nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
And what's that?
Balduke will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
Victory Day Festival?
You mean? It is an annual event, a day that celebrates Rosvita and the reclamation of Balduke.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Even more dangerous?
Now that is a celebration I can get behind.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think I'll do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot. I could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
With that, Adol and the others decided to leave the prison and return to the city for the time being. The exhausted monstrums needed time, both to rest and to reflect upon the truth they had discovered about themselves. A bonfire was lit in the city to celebrate the coming festivities, and the streets were abound with the live vigor. In an effort to ease citizen concerns over the night's revolt, many Rune soldiers were assigned to assist with preparations. 3 days came and went. And before long, Balduke was ushering in the start of the Victory Day festival. Yet even then, there was still no word from Apollos. The hell are we supposed to do now? The Victory Day festival has now arrived. Did something happen to Apollos? I don't know, but she never is this late. Yeah, she puts on a stoic facade while she's working herself to the bone. Dad might know where she is. Where's Dr. Noah at the present? Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, running around in my style. Ah, it appears you're all here. Parks? Looks like our warden friend pulled through things have quieted down outside. With the knights revolting and all things could gotten out of hand quick. It is time like these when festivals are the most propitious. Dougie and I went for a little stroll and observed high spirits all across the city. It must confess that I've received my opinion of our dear warden. Really? I guess he is a hard worker. I still can get over the fact that I couldn't tell that you weren't the real Adol. Who would through that you were a homunculus the whole time? I didn't mean to worry you. Well, actually I wasn't worried at all. I didn't even know it wasn't you. Looking back, I guess I did have a weird feeling, so I guess that explains it. Adol must have been a homunculus by the time I first met him. Speaking of which, I looked into the man named Marius you informed me about. I was very pleased to learn that he was indeed the friend I have been searching for. Wow, good for you, Parks. He was with Adol in the prison, right? Yes, but unfortunately our current situation curtails me from going to see him. If that is so, then it is of great importance that our objective is successful. Then does that mean you're leaving? I would never do something so churlish as leave without repaying my debt. Moreover, I wouldn't miss witnessing you all save the city for the world. Don't scare me like that. Well, we still haven't heard from Apollos yet. Why don't you all enjoy a stroll around the city? A little break could hurt. Break? Hey, that's a good idea. The entire city out about right now. It's worth taking a look at all. I suppose there's nothing to be gained by waiting around here. I do not object. Also, the bulletin board looks like it's filling up again. I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get some requests out of our way too. Alright, then let's quick kick in our heels and get going already. Oh, Adol. An urgent request came in. It's on the bulletin board. Have you looked before you go, alright? Also, someone joined the crew while you were out. Why didn't you say hello? Adol and the Crimson King consulted. Ach, Javier gehört jetzt zu uns. Krisha? Hello? Krisha is sleeping. She seems to be restless.
Please don't. Adol. Oh, Adol, good morning. Oh no! Did I fall asleep?
Looks like you were tired.
I'm sorry. But what a relief. I had a dream that you left somewhere without us. But then I woke up and here you are.
I'm sorry I made you worry.
That's okay. We were just a bit startled when you fainted in the restricted sector. Hey, Adol. You're gonna leave when the curse is gone, aren't you? I've been doing my best to help everyone break the curse. But when Zola told us we didn't have to fight anymore, I was sad. It was this curse that brought us together. What if it was actually a blessing? I was afraid that if this blessing went away, you wouldn't stay with me anymore.
I'm touched, but I never thought of it that way.
I know I'm probably overthinking it. If only it would never end.
I didn't catch that. If only what would never end.
Huh?
What? Did I say that out loud? Well, oh, I know! You've got to slap me, Adol!
Settle down. I didn't actually hear what you said earlier. Settle down, Krisha.
I can't! First I fall asleep, then I start spouting nonsense. I've got to pull myself together. Togi said that nothing makes for a better pick-me-up than a good slap on the cheeks. So please, Adol.
Pat Krisha on the head.
That's not what I meant, silly. You're too nice, Adol. But that's what I like about you. I've been feeling out of sorts lately. You fell unconscious. My sister was taken. And on top of that, I'm still having trouble believing that I'm a homunculus. But I'll keep my chin up. You helped me realize how brave and strong I could really be. And because of that, I finally gained Father's approval. I have to repay the favor. I'll do my best to help you two.
Puh. Ich soll ja einfach eine knallen, natürlich. His father's son, Pamela. Restoration and final deposition. Marius. I'd like for you to dispose of a legacy, Master Shadow, that was left behind. Ask Chante for details. Wie viele Leute hier auf einmal auch sind, ne? Ich muss erstmal meine Dings reparieren. Meine Waffen upgraden.
Adol, I'm ready and raring to go. Just leave it to me.
Desperta.
Time to show off my skills. Just leave it to me.
Midarian
Just
Claw.
leave it to me. Just leave it to me. Just leave it to
And
me.
Hellsgewehr.
Just leave it
Die
to me.
Skepta.
Just leave it to me.
Basilika. Oh,
Let me know
das
if
habe
I'm
ich gar
back
nicht
anytime.
verbessert. Fällt mir gerade auf. Shit. Wo ist sie denn? Ach da.
What would you like me to do?
Hagelswehr. Agrebonia und so.
As you wish. I shall use it.
Mjolnir
As you wish. Ooh, this is
und
pretty
Catalyst.
I'll take good care of it.
Battle Armor.
Here you are.
I should be able to make use of
As
it.
you wish.
What?
You giving this to me?
Thank you very much. As you wish.
Thank you very much.
Alles klar. Ich würde sagen, wir haben soweit alles.
Call for me whenever you like.
Würde ich sagen, machen wir kurz einen kleinen Break und sehen uns gleich wieder. Dann geht's an den letzten Part. Frohes Schaffen, frohes Sein. Bis gleich, haut rein. Euer Silvarius. Be right back. Au! And out.